Hi Mew Crew, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the new expansion for Pokemon Pocket, which is rumoured to be released on February 28th. Now that's not far away at all, that's in a couple of days, and of course there's going to be a lot of speculation around what cards could be released and what it could be based off. Now, as you know, the set Mythical Island was a subset of Genetic Apex in Pokemon Pocket, and this was based off of Mew. It was still largely focused around the Kanto Pokemon, but introduced a few new ones like Celebi and some of the others as well. Being a subset, it largely complemented the previous set, and I believe this is what is going to happen with the next set coming out as a subset for Space Time Smackdown. Now, because this is all rumours and potential leaks, we do need to take a lot of this with a grain of salt, but there are rumours that the next expansion is going to be called Origin Temple. Now, what this could refer to is obviously the god Pokemon Arceus. So this could be quite interesting. However, Arceus being an incredibly powerful Pokemon, it'll be interesting to see how this goes into the card game and how this, if it is an EX card, this will work with all the other cards. Personally, I don't actually think Arceus is going to get an EX card. I feel like it will have something similar to what they did with the Mew Immersive card in Genetic Apex, wherein you'll need to collect every single Sinnoh Pokemon in the card decks to be able to get the Arceus card. Won't be a massively playable card, but it'll be a collector's one nonetheless that you can get. Again, this is just going off a gut feeling. I can't confirm nor deny, as we don't know yet, but this is just how I feel about Arceus in general. I feel like it's not going to be a main card to play, it'll be more one to collect. Now, the reason I say that is because there were a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon that weren't introduced in Space Time Smackdown, which could be introduced in this next set. Could have some more EXs that we are missing that didn't seem to be in there, which I'll explain in a moment. But it just could mean that we can add that onto it so that the Arceus card becomes available once you've completed the decks. Now, personally, I think the main focus is going to be on Giratina. I feel like the focus on Palkia and Dialga in the previous set will mean it rounds up quite nicely in the new set to focus on Giratina. Giratina currently doesn't have an EX card, it just has a basic card, and it's not incredibly powerful. It can be useful as a support card, but it isn't a strong card on its own. Therefore, I do think it's going to be an EX card. It will probably be Psychic type, considering that it's part Ghost. Whether it could be a Dragon type EX and the first Dragon type EX, it's unclear. There's not enough Dragon types, I feel like, to make it that special to have its first Dragon type EX. But we could be wrong, it could be the first one. Could break some rules there, who knows. Now, two EXs that I thought we were missing from the first set is that we did have the Infernape EX, but we didn't get the other two starter EXs from it. So I thought that was quite interesting that they missed those two out. So I do feel like this subset we could get Torterra and Empoleon EXs. This could be really interesting. I feel like this could be, you know, we could add some new typings in there, and I feel like this could change the meta a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table on those ones. Like with Mythical Island, we got a focus on Mew and Celebi, particularly Celebi that was smashing the meta at the time, absolutely destroying it, completely flipping it over. So I feel like this time around we're also going to get another Pokemon that will completely change the meta in some ways and have to have a few counters, particularly against that Darkrai, which has been incredibly popular, as we knew it would be. I personally think Shaman is a potential contender for this card. I feel it hasn't got an EX. I feel like we could potentially see its Sky form, although, as I'll explain later on, I feel like the forms won't really make a difference in the card game. We haven't seen any signs of there being different forms or different types of Pokemon in that way. Giratina hasn't got its origin form. Again, that could be introduced in this one, but I just think it's quite unlikely. Another EX that has a potential as well is Frostlass. We didn't see Frostlass in the previous set, and being quite a popular Gen 4 Pokemon, I feel like it might have its own chance to get an EX. Now, whether it will be a Water type or a Psychic type, which will match up with its Ice Ghost type, then who knows, but I feel like it would probably be a Water type, as we've got quite a lot of Psychic types already, and the potential to have Giratina as a Psychic type as well. I feel like this will probably be the way that it is. Other cards to talk about, so we're probably going to get some more trainer cards, as we did with the subset of Mythical Island. It wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility that we might be getting some of the gym leaders from the 4th gen. We did get Volkner in the previous set, but we didn't get any of the other gym leaders. So we could get a gym leader that helps with the steel type, because we didn't have that one. We did have Volkner that helps with the electric type. We didn't get any of the other gym leaders like we did in Genetic Apex. Now I know that it doesn't need to be the same in every set that comes out, but you know, it's a potential that we could get some more gym leaders that will complement the decks. Something else to think about that could be a potential in this set, although I still think it is quite unlikely, is the Hisuian Pokemon, as well, as this was introduced in the Pokemon Legends game. I personally think this is unlikely, but of course there is speculation to add something to the game and have these forms available in the game like it is in the normal TCG. There is the possibility of getting a Heatran EX as well, which could be interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of cards here that we have to work with, and considering we're going off of Mythical Island, which was a subset to Genetic Apex, I feel like we'll probably go in a similar direction with this set as well. What cards do you think will be released in the next subset? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're enjoying my content, don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.